time, right?
We did it.
Welcome back to the Eternal Baseball Podcast, the Midwinter's Classic, so to speak. We're your hosts, Mark Weber, Brent and Tundy. We're the driving forces behind Eternal Baseball. And whenever there's a disagreement in the boardroom, it's always a deadlock. That's how it works. For us,
we get together once every 12 months and we hammer it out with some arm wrestling.
But it's an exciting week because it's the All-Star game. We love the All-Star game. This is our second one. In the first one, it was Willie Mays, I think, is our MVP of week one or year one. And Mays not back for year two, but we'll get into some of that. It's the ebb and flow of Eternal Baseball. But we've been revealing All-Star invitees all week long. We've got the American League and the National League ready to go. We'll introduce you to those squads shortly. And really good pitching matchup, and the nickname seller, right? This could be a WrestleMania main event as the Dominican Dandy, Juan Marichal, takes on the big train, Walter Johnson. So, I mean,
it could have been better if Death Valley made it,
right? But no hyperbole needed, right? We're killing it with our pitching matchup, and Brent and I always try to be the home team. So we'll be the National League tonight because the game's coming from Wrigley Field, and no better baseball cathedral than Wrigley Field. So we're excited to drop in there. The one thing that's different about our All-Star game versus Major League Baseball's All-Star game is our game is played totally out of continuity with our ongoing season. So there was a full slate of games today. There will be a full slate of games tomorrow. Nobody playing in this game will be extra tired tomorrow because of travel or innings pitched. Anybody who gets hurt in this game, it won't carry over into the season. So it's a little bit fantasy baseball from our fantasy league. But that's how we like to do it because we like to run our seasons without taking a lot of time off. Because we know the fans want the games. When baseball leagues take games away from fans, they tend to get kind of bitchy. So, as we're fond of saying, Eternal Baseball never goes on strike, never gets locked out. There's no work stoppages, except when Brent and I need a couple months off between seasons.
when our wives
have
a couple months off.
There's that too. It is a family affair. But we were revealing All-Stars all week. 2 teams on last Sunday, and then 5 teams a day for 6 days all the way through yesterday. So it was kind of a slow drip, but it's good for promotion, really, that we have a couple new, cadres of teams learning that some of their favorite guys will be in the All-Star game every day on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, and all the other ways to reach out, and on our homepage at eternalbaseball.com, and we announced the starters on Friday in our newsletter, which goes out exclusively on Fridays. No charge for it. I can sign up at eternalbaseball.com, and there's always unique content on there. So that's where we first revealed our starting lineups, which we will get to. But first
we need to ban Rob.
Right, man. I'm telling you, that guy.
Drop the hammer.
Most dedicated fan. Yeah, sharing this screen. So, got it. All right. So this is the week that was. We're in week 14 here. I guess the only disappointment of this season is that we don't have more fresh blood in the hunt outside of the Montreal Expos, who are hovering 4 to 5 games back of Philly in the National League East. Our league leaders, 6 of the 8, are the same guys that won the division last year. So I would prefer a little more upheaval and a little more fight for the division titles. Maybe we'll get that in the second half. Our 2 new leaders are the Minnesota Twins, who are starting to put some distance between themselves and their opponents in the American League West, and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been a great story because last year the National League North was the best division in Eternal Baseball with every team over 500. And the Cardinals and Cubs tied for the division title and had a 1-game playoff, which meant literally win and get in. That's how the Cardinals or the Cubs got in. and the Cards got basically. So, but the Pirates are almost running away with that division, and they're doing it without Ed Morris, one of two players lost for the season to arm injuries. If you're not familiar with Ed Morris, don't feel bad. He pitched in the 1890s, and he was baseball's first great left-handed pitcher. But because he's such a vintage guy, he likes to throw 500 innings a year, and so he's taking the rest of the year off. He'll be back next season. But for the week that was, the Diamondbacks had a fantastic week at 5-1. So did the Twins. That's what's given them some distance out west. The Yankees had a good 5-1 week. That one loss was to the Tigers, I think yesterday. It's a good weekend matchup for Detroit and New York as two division leaders butting heads. And then the Giants have reclaimed the West lead from the Dodgers, but are only up a game or two. So that's a good blood rivalry that should last for a while. And the teams with the rough weeks, the Tampa Bay Rays were actually much improved because they added a lot of players from our first season, but then they absolutely fell into a hole. If you look here, they're 1-5. They're 3-20. They've won 3 of their last 21. So, and they can't move half their games to Montreal because Montreal already has a team in internal baseball. So Tampa's got some work to do to figure it out. The Nationals had a rough week, but again, you're only playing with guys from your roster of your franchise. And Washington doesn't get to use Montreal players because Montreal is its own team here. So nobody has a tougher road to hoe than the poor Washington Nationals. So we're not going to pile on them, but just doing our due journalistic credence. We have to tell you that Washington had a rough week. So that's the week it was in internal baseball. Like I said, the schedule's ongoing. There are games today. There will be games tomorrow. But tonight, we have
Morgana the Kissing Bandit.
All right. Is she still with us? I'm not sure.
I don't know. That would boost our ratings if we actually.
Yeah, absolutely. We could probably get Morgana for.
Or the San Diego Chicken, as Rob put it. Either one.
Chicken gets paid though. That's probably out of the price range.
Out of our current budget.
Yeah, for the marketing budget. But look at here, these are all team specific. These are the official invitations that we send out on our homepage and via Facebook. We cordially invite players to the American or the International Baseball All-Star Game. One thing we want to make sure we do, there's 27 guys per team, and there's at least one guy from every franchise. So, but you can tell sort of it's a good way to check and see who's having a really good season. Because if you have a bunch of all-stars, things are probably going well. And nobody embodies that more than the Birmingham Knights, who have 5 guys on the American League All-Star team, between Josh Gibson, the catcher, Mule Suttles, their first baseman, Willie Wells, the shortstop, and then Satchel Paige and, William Bell, 2 very good starting pitchers. The Yankees ended up with 3, with Joe DiMaggio, Lou Gehrig, and Mariano Rivera. And one guy who's hurt coming into the game, that's Hal Newhouser, a wonderful pitcher for the Tigers and a Cy Young finalist for us last year. He's injured, and Ohtani is on an innings, not limit, but he's well over the amount of innings he's supposed to throw. So the last cut from the American League team was a really good Yankee starter named Bob Shockey, who's 12-0 and got left off the All-Star team. So to make sure the American League has enough arms and innings, because as we found out last year, Brent and I managed the All-Star game like an All-Star game. We tried to get almost everybody in. We had, I think, 8 pitchers throw. And we were the American League last year, and the National League was cutthroat. Man, they didn't sub anybody out until late in the game, and then they're pinch hitting and pinch running, and they were very serious about the All-Star game. So in that spirit, we wanted to make sure their pitching coverage was full just in case. So they have Bob Shockey added due to injury. But other than that, they're pretty healthy. The one thing I noticed when I laid them out, at least the starting lineups, I laid them out literally on Wrigley Field like baseball cards, and we posted those starting lineups up today. Matter of fact, I have those, but I probably can't find them live on air. But the American League team, just by color of photograph, is a lot more vintage as far as the starting lineup goes. And the National League is a lot more color photos among their starting nine. So, but digging into it for the American League, it'll be at catcher, Bob Gibson. I did that. I actually typed that today and had to fix it. Josh Gibson, the other than Satchel Paige, probably the best known player from the Negro Leagues, who played his full career there. Just a phenomenal talent. He's a starting catcher. Their first baseman, Mule Suttles, is a big power hitter. This is how good a season he's having. He's the starter at first base with Frank Thomas and Lou Gehrig backing him up. So
good year.
The Mule is no joke. Charlie Garringer is the only second baseman for the American League, so he's going to see a lot of time tonight. Willie Wells is at shortstop with Cal Ripken backing him up. I forgot to mention that Ivan Rodriguez is the backup catcher from the Rangers. Jimmy Fox, best known as a first baseman, but he qualifies at third. He's the third baseman representing Oakland with George Brett backing him up. And then Harmon Killebrew is maybe the best player in the American League this year, either him or Ted Williams. But Killebrew is a first baseman usually, but he qualifies in the outfield too. And Thomas and Gehrig are having fantastic years. I couldn't bear to leave either off. So Killebrew will start. And I didn't want Killebrew not to start just because Mule Suttles is ridiculous. So Killebrew will get a start in right field with Joe DiMaggio in center, Ted Williams in left, and Robin Yount, the only backup outfielder, and also a backup shortstop. So he could see time in either place. And like I said, the starter is Walter Johnson. And the pitchers around him, Chris Archer from Tampa Bay, Felix Hernandez from Seattle, Shohei Ohtani from the Angels, Cy Young from the Red Sox, Hal Newhouser, who's injured, Satchel Paige and William Bell from Birmingham, Herb Score from Cleveland, and Bob Shockey joining in from the Yankees to fill in for Newhouser. Your relief pitchers are Roberto Osuna from Toronto, Joe Nathan from Minnesota, likely setup man Mariano Rivera from the Yankees, and that's because Dennis Eckersley hasn't given up a run yet this season. So against the greatest players of all time in their prime. So hats off to Dennis Eckersley, who will be there to shut it down if the American League has that lead. In the National League, it's the Mets' Mike Piazza starting at catcher with Montreal's Gary Carter backing him up. Dick Allen, who plays a lousy first base and a lousy third base and a lousy outfield, but that bat plays. So Dick Allen will be our first baseman for the National League, with Arizona's Paul Goldschmidt backing him up. Rogers Hornsby at second base from St. Louis with DJ LeMahieu from Colorado as the backup. Ketel Marte from Arizona is the shortstop. Alex Bregman from the Astros at third with Mike Schmidt backing him up from Philly. The Braves sent their starting outfield to the All-Star game, which is pretty awesome. But only two start. Chipper Jones will start in left, but it's Colorado's Ellis Burks starting in center and Hank Aaron in right. Hugh Duffy, old school Hall of Famer for Atlanta, is off the bench, and as well as Frank Robinson from the Cincinnati Reds. Starting pitcher, we'll have Juan Marichal. Other pitchers, Max Scherzer from Washington, Bob Gibson from St. Louis, Randy Jones from the Padres, Sam Lever from Pittsburgh, Sandy Koufax from the Dodgers, the Cubs' Hippo Vaughn, pitching at home because it is Wrigley Field, Christy Mathewson from the Giants, J.R. Richard from the Astros, Grover Alexander from Philly, and Tom Seaver from the Mets. National League only has two relievers on their squad, but they're good ones. Rob Nen from the Marlins and Aroldis Chapman from Cincinnati. Whew! So
that's quite a pitching staff. We should not lose this game.
I mean, we say that a lot, right? But we lost with Randy Johnson last week. But anyway, here we are. Time for baseball. And if you're new to the program or new to the league, in a nutshell, Eternal Baseball is every player's best three consecutive seasons averaged So everybody in here is at their absolute prime, side by side, trying to win an Eternal Championship. And these are the best of the best as far as this season goes. So actually, I don't have any scheduled games because this is an exhibition game. So it's American League at National League. Night game. We'll say on March 6th. Okay. So we're going to start out with both teams human managed because we want to set up the lineups correctly. So we know that it's Walter Johnson starting for the American League, and where's he go? Juan Marichal. So two right-handers going. So we know who are starting, but we get to choose where they bat. So we're going to see what this is their average from this season of Eternal Baseball. That's all these numbers mean. And we're looking at ranking them by OPS against right-handed pitching. So our two best easily are Rogers Hornsby and Mike Piazza. Hornsby and Hugh Duffy's not starting. So Hornsby and Bregman, who's down here, are our best on base guys. So I'm going to suggest we should start with Hornsby up top. And then Piazza's our best power bat by far, actually. Would you hit him third or fourth, Roto? They're pretty much all right-handers at the top of the lineup.
I don't know, man. With all the statistical nerds now, second would probably be a spot, right?
We can put him wherever we want him. So. And then Burks and Allen are definitely next.
I think you do Allen, then let's put Hammer and Hank.
We move Hank way up. So now Hank's actually pretty far down here.
I know. Let's do it. Let's just do it.
He is Hank Aaron. I don't mind putting him there out of respect. And then it looks like Ellis Burks and Bregman. We could do Marte and then Bregman. And that'll mix it up a little bit with Martel being the switch hitter.
So we got Chipper in the 8-hole.
He looks like it. Another switch hitter.
All right.
So let's see here. Bregman is going to play third base.
I like our chances, man.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're going to take it more serious than we are. And by more serious, I mean, we'll probably just see like 10 players used. But speaking of, over there in the American League, they're facing a right-hander too. So, Ted Williams is their king. So maybe, let's see. Maybe Ted third. And let's see on base-wise who's really getting it done. It's actually Garringer, so that works perfect. Or Garringer, sorry. Because then we'll get Killebrew second, Fox third. Their defense is not real good. These are the defensive numbers. So you've got, on a scale of 1 to 10. So you've got Killebrew as a 4, and he's going to be a right fielder. He's a terrible right fielder at 2. So he's bad. Williams is below average. Jimmy Fox is a rotten third baseman.
All right.
Josh Gay, catcher those. We're coming around. And then Neil Suttles. Not Frank. It's not Frank. Oh, it's DiMaggio. DiMaggio hitting 7th.
Will Wells, is it?
And then Willie Wells, an MVP finalist last year.
DiMaggio 7th, man. I don't think that would stand if this was real life.
Yeah, he might not. He might have just packed up. Yeah, he probably would go back, shower, put on his suit, and leave. But we're ready for baseball.
All right.
Let's see what it looks like.
Welcome to Wrigley Field for tonight's game between AL and NL. Walter Johnson starts for AL. He's made 19 starts on the year and is 13-5 with an earned run average of 2.29. His first start against NL. He'll be opposed by Juan Marichal for NL. He's made 14 starts on the year and is 10-1 with an earned run average of 1.87.
I mean, come on.
His first start against AL. NL. First baseman Dick Allen is riding a 10-game hitting streak. It's 41 degrees.
Chilly.
Pitching for NL. Juan Marichal. Leading off for AL. Second baseman, Charlie Garringer.
Charlie Hustle.
Now, I don't
As
want
Rob
to be
was saying.
lost that Juan Marichal comes into this game 10-1 with a 1.87. And
You
just
just jinxed us.
just wait till you see what me and Roto do to it. All right, so we'll give the computer control back to the American League.
There was that one like Pittsburgh was it a rookie who he pitched like one game and got lit up, and I think they were short staffed a little bit, so they had to leave him in, and he wound up with like a 9.96 ERA or something like that. So they started calling him Cool FM.
Yeah, Cool FM, because his ERA sounded like a radio station.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get him. We're off and running.
Right fielder, Harmon Killebrew.
Yeah, no big deal.
Whenever it's all falling apart, man.
This is I need to tweak with the display. The numbers that are showing up here are the ones that are entered for his
Average
season. It's not what he's doing this year. But you can actually see it down here in a tiny print. It'll compare what his normal numbers are and what his replay, meaning this season, numbers are. So you can see he's at 283, and normally he's at 263. So Harmon's had himself a season so far. Oh boy.
Left
We
fielder,
got a full pitch
number
staff,
9,
Roto. We can get
Ted
somebody ready.
Williams.
So
anytime.
Rob was talking about Mr. Coffee, but I forget we mentioned that before. There, who was the guy who?
DiMaggio.
DiMaggio, that's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, so no problem. Nobody out, 2 men on. Ted Williams. What's the worst that could happen? Look at Hank. He's not even moving.
Tagging up. Garringer to try his arm.
Ooh, out chance 41%. We can get him a third.
Yeah, let's do it. We concede nothing.
Yes.
Third baseman, Jimmy Fox.
I say don't make the first or the last out of an inning at third. So he did it for the second out. That's good baseball.
That's good.
For Charlie Garringer. Here's Jimmy Fox. There's a
Pitching
line.
for AL.
Jimmy Fox had
Walter
like
Johnson.
weightlifter arms.
Leading off for NL. Second baseman, Rogers Hornsby.
And the line was that he wasn't scouted; he was just found in a trap. Which I think is pretty awesome. So let's see what Bruce Hornsby will do. Bruce Hornsby on the ring.
Did you say Bruce Hornsby?
I did. Because he's got a lot of range.
I wish.
Hey!
What do you say? Is we will hit the lottery. And we'll have Bruce Hornsby playing in the background. Well, let's have the San Diego Chicken on, and he won't even say anything. But we'll just pay him to just be in the frame for an hour.
We'll have 2 co-hosts, Bruce Hornsby and the San Diego Chicken. He'll do that thing where he pulls the beak sideways. Great. Here's Mike Piazza having a great year.
First baseman, number 15.
I don't know, Bruce Hornsby. Should we bunt? What do you think?
Right. I should always have it ready that one of my favorite images was used is Dick Allen smoking a cigarette while juggling baseballs in the dugout.
Oh, so good.
Pure 70s baseball.
Whoa.
Yeah, Ted Williams is spry.
Catcher, Josh Gibson.
Josh Gibson, who looks like 17 years old here.
Strike 3.
All right.
First
There we
baseman, Mule Suttles.
Neil Suttles. Oh, the Dominican Dandy comes up with it, though. Anything Dick
Center
Allen
fielder,
catches is a
number
bonus.
5, Joe DiMaggio.
So here's the besmirched Joe D.
I was gonna say it looks like we caught a picture of him right after we told him he was batting 7th.
Right? Yeah, being an Italian guy in New York, I'm sure he knows some people who might want to talk to us about that, right? Or maybe he'll just channel that rage. But Ellis Burks.
Right fielder,
Nice. All
Aaron.
right.
Strike 3.
Oh,
center fielder,
Aaron.
Ellis.
This may be our quickest game in history.
Strike 3.
Shortstop, number 4, Cuthale Marte.
Cuddle.
Tuttle. I worked on that earlier, trying to get it right. That's as close as I could get.
Third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
All right, Alex. Oh, we're in business. Send him. Woo.
See?
Left fielder, Chipper Jones.
You can mark that's a seminal moment. First time I've ever cheered for Alex Bregman in my life. And I don't know anything about him. He just seems like a dink, kind of. All right, Larry.
Strike three.
Oh,
Shortstop,
Larry.
Willie Wells.
letting us down. All right. Now, Marichal can go all day. But if we're being honest to All-Star games, this is probably his last inning.
All right.
Depending on how we want to play it. It could be fans from lots of teams watching tonight. I don't want to.
That's fair. That's
only
fair.
get one pitch. So
Plus, we have Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But you can pick the next one. He's all over that.
Pitcher, Walter Johnson.
Okay, Walter Johnson. There's no way. Oh no, they're gonna. They'll probably let him bat because he's pitching well, and this is like Game 7 of the World Series for him. So
at some point do we sub? I don't know. What do you think? I guess we didn't really discuss this beforehand. Do we just let it ride with them, or?
I mean, we can take over. You want to do that? You want to pinch hit for them when the pitcher comes up, just to get a little change going? We can take over the other team.
Yeah, why don't we do that? That's more realistic, right?
Since the game doesn't matter, we can do that. So Walter Johnson.
There's some bookie in Reno is like, what?
What they're changing as they go along.
Rob's like, the computer never subs.
Right. I assume it's got to be
death, taxes, and the computer does not change the pitcher.
It's got to be Garringer or Frank. Yeah, either one of the two. I mean, Garringer's the top of the food chain there. So, but if you're pinch hitting him now, you're only getting him. You're getting one at bat from him. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you.
It's hard to argue against it. So, drop him.
Pinch hitting for AL. Number 4, Lou Gehrig.
It'd be funny if the computer was. Oh, what happened?
I was just saying before we go.
Oh, the computer's going to be so irate it's going to crash on us on purpose.
We should probably give him somebody else warm it up. Let's give him Page. And if they want to go lefty, well, they've only got one lefty. Better leave that. I was
going to say we should have left Johnson. What are we doing?
Right. All right. Options, preferences. You may have your team back. We made some changes.
All right.
Lou Gehrig. Yeah, that's about right. I'll get it, Hank.
Did you get it?
Out chance if he died, 62%.
Always.
Yeah. Okay. Great play, Hank Aaron.
Second baseman, Charlie Garringer.
Garringer looks like he's all business.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know that much about him. Turns out he's from the state of Michigan, played for the University of Michigan for a year, and then went to an open tryout
Bob
with the Tigers and got signed.
Pitcher, Juan Marichal.
So that's cool.
He's true blue. Okay, so we'll pinch hit for Marichal here.
All right, let's do it.
And that means we need to get somebody up in the pen. So Roto's choice here. Plenty of lefties and righties.
Sorry, I need to go full screen here. There we go.
Sandy Koufax, Hippo Vaughn, Randy Jones, Christy Mathewson, Grover Alexander, Bob Gibson, Tom Seaver.
Let's do Bob Gibson. Let's do.
All right. Warm up.
Yeah. All right.
I'd love to be the guy in the bullpen who doesn't really know Bob. Bob was a little intense. He'd be like, Mr. Gibson, what? They'd love for you to warm up to pitch the next inning, sir.
I thought so.
So this is how the computer does things. We warmed up pitchers for him, Satchel Paige, and instead they went, "No, we want Bob Chalky." Okay, fine.
We'll take that.
Did not mean to offend you.
I will crash this. I will crash this software.
I've done it before in the ninth inning, which is a true story. Okay, so we've got Chalky's a right-hander. So we're pinch hitting here for Marichal, right?
Yeah, Hugh Duffy, huh? We doing it?
Hugh Duffy's got some speed, and we've got
Handsome Hugh.
Yeah, we got two backup outfielders, but he's our only center fielder in backup. So that means if we pinch hit him now,
Gary Carter's fine with me. If we want to do the curls,
he's our only other catcher. So.
Whatever. You and your
but it's all like
common
that, right?
sense.
So I'm not saying we can't pinch hit Hugh Duffy, but it means
all right. Paul
Ellis
Goldschmidt.
Burks
Let's
plays.
do it.
Goldschmidt. All right.
Yeah. Boom.
It's her.
All right.
Pinch hitting for NL. Number 46, Paul Goldschmidt.
Let's see it, Paul. That's a pop-up ball.
Oh, I think it's got the distance, Webb.
It's not clear in the dirt.
Second baseman.
I think that
Roger
cleared the dirt.
Hornsby.
Maybe. Maybe. All right, here's Rogers Hornsby. A good bunter, but Josh Gibson's a 9 defensively with a 9 arm.
Yeah, let's just hit a home run.
Yeah, I'm not playing with that.
Strike 3.
Catcher, Mike Piazza.
Piazza. Hold on. Maybe we can fix it.
This is actually the most popular segment of our program.
Piazza.
Translation, pizza.
Bots.
So let's see.
Just do pasta.
Piazza.
I've heard worse.
Piazza.
Wait.
Rob's like, fun with phonics. We're
Right?
back.
Pizza.
That's a long way to get to pizza.
Just leave it. That's perfect.
All right. Mike Pizza. Sorry, Mr. Pizza.
Right fielder, Harmon Killebrew.
Mr. Pizza.
He didn't deliver.
Ooh.
Yeah! Do-doom, do-doom. All right, fine. Missing a pitcher. That's a good point.
What?
So over here in the National League, we're not keeping Goldschmidt. We're going to bench Dick Allen. So it's who's the warm up? Oh, Gibson. That's the pitcher. Here we go.
Boom.
Pitching
All
for
right.
NL. Number 45, Bob Gibson.
That's right. Notice he doesn't mispronounce Gibson's name. Get one in the ear, up in the booth.
Oh,
Harmon
Ellis.
Gibson ride. Burks and
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
Ted Williams.
Dead ball.
Oh,
Third baseman,
What did it say?
Fox.
first pitch to Williams, way inside. The pitch hit him in the leg.
Oh man.
Bob Gibson suffered no fools, but Ted Williams was. I mean, he fought in 2 wars, so that would have been a heavyweight showdown right there. But for now, Ted took his bet. Jimmy Fox.
Catcher,
Left.
Josh
Like, you did
Gibson.
not test Chipper Jones's arm.
Josh Gibson. Bob Gibson. Oh,
Oh lordy.
Gibson may not have it today. Real quiet.
First
like,
baseman, Newell Stuggles.
Don't tell Bob. Who might we want to get up here just in case this goes sideways fast? Tom Seaver, Sandy Koufax, Randy Jones, Max Scherzer, J.R. Richard.
How about Woody Scherzer?
Okay.
Oh man.
That's not getting out. But Ted will probably come home on that. Definitely.
Center fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio steps in. And
There we go. There. Yeah.
First baseman,
All right.
Dick Allen.
Dick Allen probably has a cigarette sitting on the edge of the dugout, right? Like, oh, yeah.
Rob figured out why Bean Williams.
See this. Ah, that's fair. I should have thought of that. All right, Dick Allen.
Ball, ball.
We're off and running.
All right. Steal second.
Right
We
fielder,
have, hold
Hank.
on.
Aaron.
Man.
We've got batters. Steal. Hugh Duffy will steal us a base.
Let's wait on that.
All right.
Kind of like I think Dick Allen's going to come through. One of these
Well, he's a
at-bats.
beast, so. Hank Aaron. Single.
Yep.
Move along.
Come on. Take a base.
Allen takes third.
Center fielder, Ellis. Burks.
All right, Ellis.
Who do we pinch hit?
You can. But Burks has been dominant this year for batting versus right-handers. Burks is our third best.
Okay, we'll give him one more bat here.
All
All right.
Here we go, Ellis. Did it pay off?
Oh man,
Sack
well, that
fly
should be
at
our,
least.
yeah. We'll take that run.
Run, Dick Allen, run. No
All right.
throw.
Shortstop, Cuthale. Marte.
Cattell's our only shortstop, so he's playing all game long. Even with hits like that.
Third baseman, Alex. Bregman.
Shocked you with no trouble.
Shortstop,
But we tied
Willie.
up.
Wells.
All right.
All right, Scherzer's ready. But Gibson, we can at least start the inning with Bob, right? See where it
Yeah,
goes.
I like it.
Strike 3.
Pitcher, Bob. Shockett.
All right, here we are again. Satchel Paige is ready in their pen, so
That's a smart move.
we're going to take over. The
If they
American League.
if they want him.
And it's right-hander Bob Gibson, so this is probably
George Brett.
all right, George Brett.
Pinch hitting for AL. George. Brett.
And there's no good, clear, angry photo of George Brett coming
With
out
the
after
pine tar?
or that would be what I'm using. I haven't found it yet. Oh, sorry, got to give you American League. Control that. There's Brett with a teeny tiny little dribbler down to first.
Second baseman, Charlie. Garringer.
Jeez.
Bob Gibson has been in
Right fielder,
subpar
Harmon.
form.
Killebrew.
But two down.
Strike 3.
All right, he gets out of it. And here
Pitching
comes
for
Herb's
AL.
score.
Number 27, Herb. Score.
I guess we
Right
should sit
fielder.
Page down,
Skipper.
huh?
Right,
Jones.
yeah. I'm going to take over the American League here just to sit Page down because they don't want him fine. But don't burn him out in the pen. All right. Chipper Jones. Oh, that's got a chance. Crowd likes it. Look at that.
Larry.
Boom.
All right.
And the National League goes live.
Pitcher, number 45,
Oh,
Bob. Gibson.
all right. So probably no Bob here. I could give you Schmidt. I could give you Carter. I could give you Frank Robinson, or I could give you DJ LeMahieu.
Let's put Schmidt in and then sub him out for Bregman.
Bregman. Okay. That's your name.
Pinch hitting for NL. Mike. Schmidt.
Michael Jack Schmidt.
Strike 3.
All right.
Second baseman, Rogers. Hornsby.
Strike 3.
Catcher, Mike. Pizza.
Mike Pizza. Oh, look at Mike Pizza. Gives it a ride. No.
Left fielder, Ted.
Oh,
Williams.
So here comes Max.
man. Did George Brett have a hemorrhoid, Dad?
I think he might have. No, I think he missed time with them.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
you could have made up something else like hamstring pull or no hams. So for Bregman then, for Scherzer or for Schmidt?
Let's put him in for Bregman. What do you think? Leave Schmidt in at third.
To me,
That seems like kind of an all-star move.
Pitching for NL.
better defense. Too,
Number
so
31, Max Scherzer.
here we go to Ted Williams.
Rob's like he is now and forever Mike Pizza.
Third baseman, Jimmy Fox.
There are worse fates.
Yeah, you could go way worse with that.
2's. Oh boy.
Oh,
That's
it's a
at least two.
laser.
Catcher, Josh Gibson.
Gosh.
Come on, Scherzer.
Yeah, we can't even pitch around Gibson because Mule Suttles and Joe DiMaggio are next.
Joe DiMaggio's batting
Strike
seventh.
3.
First baseman, Mule Suttles.
Mule Suttles.
Ball 4.
Yeah. So here comes an angry Joe DiMaggio.
Center fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
He's looking over in the stands. Somebody's chatting up
Pops
his
it up.
ex-wife. All right.
So mad.
First baseman, Dick Allen.
Come on, Dick Allen.
There it is. Get
Right.
no way.
Jimmy Hands and Stone Fox.
Right
So
fielder,
Yes.
Hank Aaron.
Hammer and Hank.
Strike 3.
Yeah.
Center
Now,
fielder,
I don't know my New York pizza. Is
Sure.
Queens known for? Is Queens the spot for pizza in New York?
As far as I know, and I'm not Mr. New York pizza is all kind of the same. It's the flat foldable kind of stuff. And the bit where there's a cheese one in the window and you're like, haha, I'll make them bake it fresh. I'll have a pepperoni. And then they just throw some pepperoni on that cheese piece and warm it up like.
They draw the curtain real fast and then
No, they don't even
covered.
care. They're like, whatever, brother. I've had that happen to me like twice. Hey, we're going to put it in the oven for like 1 minute anyway.
oh, sorry. Did you want that in the oven?
Right? No, it's like it was cooked, but it was cooked like an hour ago. So I'm like, I'll get a fresh piece. I'll order something that's not out there. Oh, I see how.
Yeah, sorry, man. We haven't been able to access that display for like 2 weeks now.
Right. We were at total side note. We were at Costco yesterday, Mr. and Mrs. Weber, and I got pepperoni, a slice of pepperoni. She got a slice of cheese. The cheese pizza has more calories than the pepperoni. How do you do that?
Good question. It must just be the pure volume of cheese,
I
right?
guess they just load on the cheese, but
Yeah.
I found that curious. Anyway.
We should have hit for Burks.
Yeah,
Dang it.
maybe I would have been Hugh Duffy.
Shortstop,
though, who's our best
Willie
runner.
Wells.
So,
Okay.
I mean, we could have hit for him, but Duffy would have had to come in. Here's Willie Wells.
Come on, Willie.
You don't want Willie. Willie's
Oh,
got
man. Hornsby is just a vacuum. He's like
pitcher,
Ozzie Smith.
number 27, Herb Score.
actually plays with Ozzie Smith. Okay, Herb scores up, so we got to help him with that.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. AL roster. So for them, it's probably Frank Thomas.
Makes sense.
Pinch hitting for AL, Frank Thomas.
I'll warm somebody up for him, but they won't care. Yeah, I'll give him Cy Young. No, I'll give him Felix Hernandez. Warm it up. They can do with that what they will.
Rob's like, you're hitting for a guy named Score?
Yeah, I felt bad for pitchers like Herb Score, Bob Walk, Homer Bailey. Come on. Big hurt with a big ground out.
So should we leave Thomas in for
Second baseman,
Suttles?
Yeah, that
Charlie
makes sense.
Garringer.
Garringer has been a tough out all day. Matter of
Yeah.
fact,
He didn't go long, did he?
No, off the wall.
God, that
Right
guy's
fielder,
killing us.
Harmon Killebrew.
Here's Harmon.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Come on, Scherzer.
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
No big deal. It's Ted Williams.
Strike 3.
Oh,
Pitching for
Cy
AL,
Young. Oh, they took your advice.
Look.
Here comes Cy Young.
shortstop, Cuthale Marte.
Marte has to bat. He's our only shortstop.
Come on, Cuddle. Ooh, man, Williams is
Pitcher, number 31,
caught on his
Max
horse there.
Scherzer.
This reminded me of the Willie Mays outfield a little bit. You got Williams a 4 in left, Killebrew a 2 in right, DiMaggio an 8 in the middle. So anything from like here to here. That's Joe's.
All right, man. Who we doing?
Oh, it's all right. So against the right-hander, we want Duffy's our next best, but he's our best base fielder and only center fielder.
Oh, let's get let's see. Can Frank Robinson play left?
Yeah, Frank plays a decent left.
So why don't we put him in for Chipper or next day and just sub that out? That'd be easy. Put him in right now and then
we'll sit Chipper next inning.
Oh wait, is
and Chipper's next up.
Oh, okay, sorry. Wait, I thought Scherzer was up.
Scherzer's up and then Chipper's up.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm
wait,
totally...
no. Because early
no.
on, we could make the pitcher spot Jones' spot.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, I mean.
And we have options, right?
Sure.
All right, so we'll drop Frank.
We'll just start with that and figure it out from here.
Pinch hitting for NL, Frank Robinson.
Come on, Frank.
Who's next? We're starting to get down to it here. It'll be 8th inning. Our 2 relievers are Aroldis Chapman and Rob Nen. But we can still do starting pitchers. We've got Christy Matheson, Grover Alexander, Tom Seaver, Sandy Koufax.
Your call, man.
I mean, how you not going to get Koufax?
All right.
Frankie Robbins. Ooh, we got some of that. But Killebrew.
Left fielder, Chipper Jones.
Can of corn.
The lone homer on the day. Strikes out.
Third baseman, Jimmy Fox.
All right, so we're putting in Sandy Koufax. And we can put him in. Oh, yeah, we put him in for Chipper because that makes the pitcher spot 8.
Perfect.
And then Frank Robinson will be our left fielder. That's the pitcher first.
Pitching for NL, Sandy Koufax.
Close enough. And yeah, AL's good. So here we go, Sandy Koufax.
Foul tip.
Makes it 0-2 count.
Just to keep you on your toes.
Strike 3.
Catcher, Josh Gibson.
Gibson and Koufax.
Come on, Cuddle.
Telling you. Throw it.
Whoa. Got there.
Oh, safe.
First baseman, Mule Suttles.
Neil Suttles.
Strike 3.
Center fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
Koufax versus DiMaggio in the All-Star.
Love it. Love it. Liking it less. Liking it a lot less. Liking it. No.
The curse of our late inning bullpen decision.
Shortstop, Willie Wells.
Like I just had to be chatting up Marilyn Monroe in the stands. You just had to do that right then.
Pitcher,
Koufax.
Cy Young.
All right, they're not going to let Cy Young bat. And they already have Felix Hernandez ready in the bullpen.
Triple ready.
So, who's it going to be, American League? Looks like... Oh, against lefties, though. Who's your best hitter against lefties? It's like Cal Ripken Jr. coming into the game.
All right.
Pinch hitting for AL. Number 8, Cal Ripken Jr.
Oh, that's the wall. Throw it, Hank. 27% chance if we throw home.
Have to.
Got to get him, right?
Yeah.
The relay from Rogers.
Oh.
He's out.
Oh.
Meat at the plate.
We are still in it.
Third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
All right,
Oh, they
Mike
brought in
Schmidt.
Asuna.
Here we go. Yeah, I can't tell you how excited the Blue Jays fans were that the only All-Star they got was Roberto Osuna. But I mean, look at his numbers on the year. Ridiculous. He's 1-0, 8 saves, 1.04 ERA. Like, there wasn't anybody else. Mike Schmidt, not impressed. Hey, it's Hugh Duffy time.
Okay, let's do it.
Second baseman, Rogers, Hornsby.
Maybe we could pinch it for Hornsby. Yes. Yes. He's going to go on the golden sombrero here soon.
We can. We've got LeMahieu.
Yeah, let's do LeMahieu.
All right, Hugh Duffy's coming in to run it first.
Okay.
And I can absolutely give you LeMahieu, but then we're exhausted then. All we have is Gary Carter on the bench. But
yeah,
it is the 8th inning.
Right, let's do it.
Rockies fans rejoice.
DJ
Duffy is the new runner at first.
Man, he's fast, but I guess you can't do it here with no outs.
You can have him take one pitch, and it'll give you a re-roll on the percentages over at first.
Man,
but you're giving away probably a strike. So
yeah, let's just let him hit.
All right, DJ.
That would have been
for NL.
Extremely disappointing if you
DJ LeMahieu.
LeMahieu.
Look at that. Go, Hugh. Get third. 47% chance if we send him to third.
Nah, not with this lineup.
He's already in score position.
Yeah.
Catcher, Mike, Pizza.
It's always going to be funny. Oh, Mike Pizza gets.
Oh, get out of there, Pizza.
Nope.
Or he's got a tag here, right?
But Duffy's got to be able to take third. Yeah, doesn't even get it.
First baseman, Dick Allen.
And you said earlier in the show, Dick Allen's got a story to tell today.
This is it.
Yeah, it is. Gapper.
Do we send LeMahieu?
Right fielder, Hank Aaron.
Come on, Hank.
Ooh, Hank's all over it. Come
on,
Dick
that's
Allen. 62% chance if we send Dick Allen, but there's only one out.
Who's up next? It's
Aaron's hitting 4th, so it's whoever was hitting 5th.
What am I spacing?
Geez,
my first inclination is to send him. Try to get that run.
With one out, though, he could score on a sac fly next guy.
That's true. All right, whatever.
All right. Send him home? No, we've already got the lead. But it wouldn't be
center
a
fielder,
bad time
Ellis
to get the pen
Burks.
going, right? Because it's going to be the 9th.
Yeah, let's get it. Oh, wait. We already used up our bench. All right.
Let's get them both up and see. I don't honestly know who's batting. But we can go righty lefty. We've got Nen and Chapman.
Let's do it.
Because we know we're nothing but solid gold when we go to the All right, so it's Ellis Burks, who's can come out anyway, because Duffy was in the pinch run, who's a better center fielder anyway defensively. So
we do double switch?
We can. If we want to hit for Burks, we can send up Gary Carter instead. Although Burks' numbers say he's the better player this year.
Let's leave Burks. All right. He's got to come through at some point, right?
Prove it, Ellis. It's going to be a sac fly, I think.
If this is less than 62.
92 if we send it.
All right, Webb. All right. Okay, of course.
Oh, yeah. They didn't even
Shortstop, Cattell Marte.
Cattell Marte. You'd have thought with Felix Hernandez ready and Osuna getting turnstiled on the mound, we'd have seen something by now. But
Strike 3.
Second baseman, Charlie Garringer.
All right, we got to do some roster work here. So Duffy is our center fielder. Burks is LeMahieu is our second baseman. We need somebody to play third and somebody to play first.
Or do we blow it with Schmidt? Oh,
Maybe.
we ran for Schmidt, and he was our. Okay,
We can make this work. Frank Robinson plays a slightly subpar first base. Dick Allen plays a bad third. And then Burks can play left.
Nicely done.
There
All
we go.
right.
Wasn't how we planned it, but it works. Now, so we have Charlie Garringer up. He's 322 against lefties, 345 against righties.
Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we've got Ted Williams coming up later, who probably massacres righties. So I think Chapman's our guy.
Okay, sounds good. Ralph's not too convinced we're going to pull this one.
You've seen too much of this, right? It's NBA Jam.
That's right.
All right, Aroldis Chapman, come on. I found a really good picture of him. Oh, no! Hit the wrong button. Not warmed up.
Did you sit him down?
On accident. Hold on.
That's all right.
Hold on, maybe I can get out of this if I just close the window. That never happened. No, it did. All right, now I can't use him because if he gives it up because they think he's not warm.
Okay, why don't we just bring Nen in?
So it's Rob Nen for now.
We'll save
Chapman in a minute.
Yeah.
Pitching for NL. Rob Nen.
Rob. It's like when you can't remember somebody's name, you just trail off. That's Rob Nen.
Yeah. Okay. His name is Klaatu Barada. All right, Rob Nen, make me a hero. Charlie Garringer killed us all.
Right field.
We should trade for that guy. He's amazing.
That's a good idea. Okay, Killebrew actually hurts left-handers, so we'll keep Nen in at least for this guy. Come on, Dick Allen, hands of stone. Get two? No, just one.
Oh, right.
Left fielder Ted Williams.
Love it.
I love this. Ted Williams, it's 373 off right-handers, but only 345 off lefties.
Just bring Bob Gibson back in. Let's just plunk him.
So do you want Chapman as a lefty with one out, or do you want to stick with Nen to face the splendid?
I think you got to bring Chapman in, even though every time I've ever seen Chapman pitch, it's just edge of your seat.
Yeah. Good picture. Watch this.
Pitching for NL.
Right?
Number 54, Aroldis Chapman.
All right, Aroldis.
Oh, no.
I thought it was foul, but it's a single.
Third baseman, Jimmy Fox.
All right. Yes, we should get. Who else do we?
Yeah, who else we got here? How about Christy Mathewson? They're all the starters now at this point.
Yeah. I love it. All right.
Come on, Chapman. Jimmy Fox gives it around.
Oh, Burks.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
He's got it. He's got it.
No,
he doesn't have it.
No, he doesn't.
No. Oh, Rob was on it.
Catcher, Josh Gibson.
Yeah.
That one stings a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, let's visit the mound and see how Chapman feels. Hold on.
Get him out of there.
He's not tired.
Uh,
Matheson's not quite ready. So
can we do a trip to the mound?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rob's got, as usual, Rob is on point.
I
can pitch around Josh Gibson.
It doesn't matter at this point.
I got to pitch to
Strike
him.
three.
Oh, there you
First
go.
baseman, Mule Suttles.
All right, I can go to Matheson now.
Sure, let's get him in there.
Suttles murders left-handers, so it makes sense. Not just from a vindictive standpoint, but
Pitching for NL, Christy Mathewson.
I just love that photo of Matheson.
yeah, whatever. I got a game. Mule Suttles off to the races.
Center fielder, Joe DiMaggio.
It's relentless.
Cuddle. Yikes.
You get him?
Poot.
Got him.
Oh, all right.
Joe
all right.
Nathan.
For AL, Joe, Nathan,
Have you noticed the
Frank.
issue here?
Yeah, it's a little Harmon Killebrew-esque.
Killebrew's photo, but I assure you it is Joe Nathan. So we got a right-hander.
we'll get that in post-production.
All we've got is Carter. And Mathewson's up next because that's how we handle our business. So
Yeah, well, all right.
just in case we tie this up, we'll get Grover Alexander warming up because Gary Carter's batting next.
Come on, Frank.
Frankie?
Oh,
No.
pitcher, Christie, Mathewson.
No, it isn't. Gary Carter. Come on in. With the best Jerry curl I've ever seen. This is
Pitching for AL,
right there.
Dennis Eckersley.
Oh, they
they
brought
go to Eck.
Eck in.
Hitting for NL,
Eck has not
Gary
given up
Carter.
a run the entire year. So Gary Carter, the kid,
Oh,
made us
Lord.
proud. It doesn't have the distance at all.
center fielder, Hugh Duffy.
Hugh Duffy is a fantastic bunter.
Handsome Hugh. Oh, he's a 10 bunter.
Yeah.
And he's good. Oh, man. I don't know. Do you make the final out on a bunt?
That would hurt.
And Rob's like, get Kirk Gibson in.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Josh Gibson is a 9 defensively.
All right, let's just
9
hit
on
away.
it, So
Handsome Hugh's going to get a base knock, and we'll steal second and
here we go.
tie the sucker up.
Oh.
All right.
Strike 3.
No, he won't.
That one hurts, Webb. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to say
That one
for
stings a
Harmon
little bit.
Killebrew to play 9 innings in right field and come in the mound to pitch at the same time.
Take that, Otani.
The final score from
Right.
Wrigley Field, AL. 6, NL. 5, Roberto Osuna is the winner, Aroldis Chapman gets the loss, Dennis Eckersley gets the save, Jimmy Fox hit home run number 18 on the season, Joe DiMaggio hit number 24, Chipper Jones hit number 14, time of the game, 3 hours, 16 minutes.
Well, we only gave up five
Yeah.
runs in the last 2 innings.
Can't say it's not exciting. So we'll scroll down here and find out who our MVP is. It looks like it's nobody. Okay, well, since they're not telling us,
We're just choose.
let's see what we got here.
Fox had a pretty good game, huh?
Jimmy Fox, 3 for 5 with a run, 3 RBIs, a homer. The
That
only one
seems-
I remember killing us was Garringer, but he was 4 for 5 with a double, but no runs and no RBIs, so he didn't do any damage.
I think you give it to Fox.
Yeah, got to be Jimmy Fox. So congratulations to Jimmy Fox, the Athletics, for his King Kong Ding Dong that wiped us off the mat today. As the American League takes the All-Star game 6-5, another classic. I'll make sure to save this one. We'll get the story up later tonight or maybe tomorrow to follow up the thrilling All-Star game. So, I mean, if you're new to Eternal Baseball, this is kind of how it goes. Our games are usually pretty competitive on Sunday, and then our relievers hang us out to dry. So, but yeah, we had a good game. We got a lot of people in on both sides, and the regular season is rolling on. There was a full slate today, full slate tomorrow. We're starting our second half, hoping the divisions get a little more competitive. But by and large, it's the variety of from year to year is one of the big reasons that we chose Action PC Baseball from DK Sports. You can check them out at dksports.com. You can check us out at eternalbaseball.com. Or find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. There's always lots going on. We have team-specific message boards, so if you want to see a certain guy moved up in your rotation or a guy called up from the inactive roster, we love taking fan suggestions. So if your favorite team needs a little tweak, let us know and we will make it happen. We have games every day except Friday when our newsletter comes out, which is totally free. You can sign up for that again at eternalbaseball.com. And that's it for the All-Star game, and we'll get the second half of the season rolling. Yeah, tomorrow actually. So
Halfway home.
we're halfway home. Looking forward to our playoffs and our World Series. In our first season, the San Francisco Giants beat the Birmingham Knights, which is the team comprised of stars from the Negro Leagues, in our first ever Eternal Series, and they're both doing well this year too. So we'll see how the AL and NL shake out. And yeah, we're here every Sunday night. So come on and join us. See which relievers let us down next week on another thrilling edition of
Thanks, everyone.
the Eternal Baseball Podcast.